Hello everyone, welcome to Big Tarot Guidance. Welcome if you're new and welcome if you are returning to this channel today. Please consider subscribing down below if you haven't already, and if any of you are interested in booking a personal tarot reading with me, all the information about that can be found in the description box below this video. Right, so today we have a general reading on our hands and we're going to be looking into what do their friends think about you and what does their family think about you rather. Okay, so we're going to be looking at these two subjects separately for each of the groups to get more information about what maybe your person is telling your family, or just in general, how does their family perceive you and how do their friends perceive you. Right, so we have three groups to choose from over here. These are all origami flowers. So group number one is going to be this little pink origami flower. Group number two is going to be the yellow origami flower. And group number three is going to be the green one. All right, so this green origami flower for group number three here. All right, so pick the group, the flower, or the timestamp in the description box below that is calling to you the very most, that is sort of popping out to you. That is going to be your group. The timestamps for each individual group are listed in the description box below this video, so you can already scroll down below and hop into your reading. If you feel like you need a bit more time, now is the perfect time to take a few deeper breaths, drink a little bit of water just to flush out any negative energy, to rejuvenate yourself and come into this reading with a fresh mind, with a fresh little start. So you can also be guided to more than one group. That's completely all right as well. You can also pick multiple groups for multiple people if that's something that you really are vibing with at this point. All right, so with that being said, these are the three groups to choose from. The timestamps are in the description box below. Hop into your reading whenever you're ready, and I'll see you guys in your groups. Hello, group number one. So if you picked this pink origami flower, this is going to be your reading for what do their friends think about you and what does their family think about you, or how do they view you. So we're going to start off with how do their friends see you here. All right, so I'm guided to pick a completely different group apparently for this one. So we're going to start off with the cat tarot here for what do their friends think of you. All right, so Spirit, please, here for group number one, what do group number one's person's friends think of them? Okay, so what do their friends think of the person picking group number one? Okay, we have the Knight of Wands. You are seen as someone who is sort of a very passionate person, someone who is very excitable, someone who is definitely very, very fun to be around. You're like the life of the party, I'm getting here with the Knight of Wands. You're someone very like full of energy, full of light. You sort of light up the whole room whenever you enter it. I feel like your person's friends here, or the person that you're asking about's friends, they definitely see you as someone who is sort of very spontaneous, very much loves when things are happening around them, you know, sort of enjoys company, enjoys people, enjoys circumstances. What else? You also do enjoy, I feel like, just events happening around you, or if being part of events, being invited to different events. You're definitely seen as someone who has like a lot of energy, a lot of passion, or a lot of like, I don't know, just maybe things that you're involved in, a lot of like little passions that you dabble with, that you dabble in. Maybe you have a lot of hobbies. Maybe you also like to be very adventurous. So another thing that's coming through with spontaneity here is that you can be very adventurous. You are especially seen as an adventurous person, part of the group. whenever you are with your person's friends, for example. But you're seen like a little bit of that, you know, let's go out, let's do this, sort of outdoorsy, extroverted type of person who is in general just a pleasure to be around. Okay, so what else? What do their friends think of you? We have temperance. Okay, interesting. Another thing that they think of you here is that you are very measured. You are the type of person who is not the one who would go into different extremes. You are rather the type of person who is sort of like, okay, let's do this, but then also let's take some step back and do the other thing a little bit. It's, you know, like, don't want to say the contrasting one to the first one, but just, you know, you tend to not go into things too roughly or too strongly in a way that it would be detrimental to you or to anyone around you. So it feels like here you are someone who likes to sort of walk around in a very serene way. Like, yes, you're passionate, but it's not like this passion is overriding or, you know, sort of steamrolling everything or anyone around you. It's not like that at all. It's like, yes, you're very passionate, you like to express yourself passionately, but at the same time you're someone who is very sort of serene, very peaceful. You tend to, in your peaceful moments, also bring a lot of just serenity to the group, a lot of wisdom to the group that you are in, to your person's friends especially. They see you as someone who is very wise, someone who has a lot of wisdom to share. I feel like maybe your person is not so into spirituality, or their friends here are not so much into spirituality, because they do see you as the type of person who is like, you know, almost like a Buddha type of archetype. That you come there and you're like the sage, you know, you're like the one with wisdom, you're like with the one with important and very thoughtful things to share with other people. Okay, so let's see what else. What do their friends think of you here? These are too many, so let's see, what do their friends think of you, group? You, please, what do their friends think of you? What do they think of you? Okay, we have the nine of swords. What am I saying? The 9 of Pentacles here. Okay, so with the 9 of Pentacles, I feel like these people see you as someone who is quite hardworking, but also someone who likes to take some time off to recharge, and someone who has a good, I want to say, work-life balance, or someone who really enjoys what they do. So you are seen as someone who might have a good work-life balance, even though you might not, you know, conceptualize it in that way. You're seen as someone who is quite successful in what you do. Like you have it well. You are abundant in what you do, is how you're seen. You're also seen as someone who is, you know, very giving, someone who, you know, might pay for drinks for the whole group, for example. Like, you're very giving, you're very very much like the type of person who is just like, yeah, okay, I'll pay for this for everyone, just because you feel like it. And it's like casual, you know, sort of casually abundant is what I'm tapping into here with the 9 of Pentacles energy. Very, very giving, very beautiful, very sort of open-hearted energy, very giving, open-hearted energy is what I'm picking up here for you guys. Okay. So sorry about that. I seem to be coming down with a bit of a cold or something, I'm not sure. I just had a nap recently, but woke up feeling like, I don't know, quite shitty. Okay, the Page of Pentacles is another card that's coming through for you guys. With the Page of Pentacles, I'm getting like you're the type of person who likes to begin things, who likes to manifest things, who maybe is good at landing different things, or getting different things is what I'm getting here as well. Why do I keep dropping cards? So with the Page of Pentacles, to me this feels like you are seen as someone who is fortunate, someone who is seen, you know, like someone who is born on the lucky side, someone who, you know, maybe is even a Sagittarius, ruled by Jupiter, by the abundance, and also by luck and optimism. So you're seen as someone who sort of, I don't know, maybe wins awards, for example, or things like that. Someone who just sort of goes through life easy is what is coming through here. I feel like these people do not recognize maybe the strength or the you know, the emotional strength that you had to build up in order to get there. Like, they see the end result of what you are. They see you as someone who is very, very emotionally stable, someone who is very, you know, strong in the sense of their inner stability. Like, things don't ruffle you up as easily. You are good at communicating with other people. You're good at speaking your truth, but also sort of accepting the truth of others. You are like, you know, just chill with your energy is what's coming through here. So with the strength, this is also just the energy of, you know, sort of trusting that everything's going to be all right, trusting in the universe, trusting in spirit is what's coming through here, especially like with this little infinity symbol on the collar of the cat. This feels like, you know, it's one of your big aspects, especially in regards to how their friends see you, is this sort of optimistic, laid back energy which gets stuff done, or which, you know, just gets results, because we have like temperance and strength here as the two major arcanas, which is like the predominant energy that I'm picking up. So yeah, you're seen as someone who is laid back, serene, but also very passionate by your group. So let's see, maybe you're like a passionate introvert even, you know, if you don't resonate with being extroverted. So let's see what wants to come through with the arcana of astrology here. Okay, so we have here the 5th house coming through. Anything else, please, Spirit? One more card, please, for group number 1. And we have the 12th house. Interesting. Okay, I also saw the full moon. With the full moon being there, but also leaving, because we are in the Pisces full moon, leaving right now. What's coming through here is, for me, the energy of you like to complete things is how they see you. These people see you as the type of person who is like, okay, I need to complete this. I need to finish this up and then start something new. So yeah, with the 5th house, let's return to this. So this is the realm of the Leo energy, the realm of the sun. Okay, so this is basically the realm of pleasure and someone who is very creative. So these people see you as someone who is about having fun in life, doing fun, playful, creative activities in life. Maybe you are a little bit like a child at times as well. It's sort of like the light-hearted and whimsical energy that you bring to the table here. I feel like you're a very joyful person. You know, sort of joy comes with you is what people think of you, or what their friends think of you. So, you know, you're someone who enjoys, for example, the arts, or someone who even enjoys and gets a lot of pleasure out of organizing or tidying up. Such things, you know, such little things, but being with you it's very pleasurable. It's like being in the sun, you know, it's sort of soaking up the joy, soaking up the positive energy. Wow. So the 5th house, you're someone who is very joyful, yes, someone who is about pleasure, someone who enjoys the nice things, the pretty things, but also you're the type of person who brings pleasure to other people. You like to have fun is what I'm picking up here. You like to maybe play games, board games, or just have fun with, I don't know, social games, things like that. And I feel like you're a very, very creative person, or at least that's how their friends see you here, as someone who's very creative. And then here we have also the 12th house. This one is interesting. This one is ruled by Pisces and Neptune. So its energy is more emotional. And I feel like this is the type of energy that people sort of sometimes get off of you because of this sort of mystical energy that you hold with this wisdom. People sort of think, okay, this person might have been through an intense time in their lives to be aware of all this knowledge, to have all this knowledge. You're sort of the one type of person who really understands, for example, some mental health struggles of the group, someone who maybe brings those issues to the group, for example, as well, someone who is very forward when it comes to, just seeing the world as it is. It doesn't tamper with your joy, however. I feel like this is what people maybe get confused over with you, because you are joyful, but at the same time, you're very much able to accept the difficult and the shadow aspects of humanity and sort of re-own them as a part of yourself. At least that's, I'm sort of giving words to what these people are feeling. I feel like they don't feel things as specifically as I'm telling you this, but I feel like they just recognize that you're the type of person who would be a very good psychologist or a psychiatrist, because you really tend to feel deeply into the subconscious, and you tend to have such great sort of feeling for people, is what's coming through with the 12th house. You're someone who would thrive based on their friends here in some type of psychological field or a therapy field where you can help people. Okay, so you're someone who is very, very deep. I feel like I'm saying people, but I'm only meaning their friends. So what do their friends think? That you are maybe sometimes too deep for them, that some things that you're saying sort of go over their head a little bit. It's like they can't catch up with you, or they don't fully get you sometimes. Like, you're such a joy to be around, but sometimes it's just like, what the hell are you saying? Like, we don't fully understand you, and if you try to explain yourself, it's sort of just, it doesn't really help that much. Know what I'm saying? So it's that type of energy, a little bit of confusion. Maybe you are, more, I don't want to say evolved, but you are someone who just dabbles in different aspects of humanity, and therefore it's like a very important gift that you're offering the group or their friends, if you meet individually, but still sometimes they're like, what the hell is going on, What the hell is this person saying? How am I supposed to understand this? But they really do appreciate you. Like, they appreciate you because you bring wisdom. It's almost like, the baby Yoda / Yoda type of scenario. Like, you're super, super joyful, super fun to be around, but sometimes you're just like, what the hell did that mean? That type of energy. But people really appreciate you. People really enjoy being around you. Okay. So with that being said, let's now close off the energy of their friends and go on with the energy of their family. So what does your person's family think of you? Let's find out here. So for group number 1, please. What do they think of them? What's coming through here? Whoops. We have the Knight of Cups. Okay, very giving, emotional. I just heard when this card came through, it was just like, that's such a sweet boy or girl or person. It's such a sweet person, Like, I feel like their family is fawning over you like crazy. They really, really appreciate you. They appreciate how emotionally authentic you are, how you're just like saying what you feel, being very open emotionally. You're like a glass of fresh water to these people. You nourish these people. Okay, so this is huge. I feel like your person's family absolutely loves you. You are someone who is also seen as very charming by their family here. Someone who has a great imagination. Yeah, very beautiful energy. We have the Emperor energy here. So the Emperor energy, I'm going to read this one both like it's in the middle of resolution, almost like it feels like their family sees you as someone who is, again, I'm putting terms to energy that they would not express as such, but I'm going to say that this is like a divine masculine who is coming into being, or someone who is starting to become more of their divine masculine energy, sort of more of stability. You're someone who is seen as rising to your own power here, rising to your own capabilities, what you enjoy doing, recognizing yourself, learning about yourself. I feel like their family is like really enjoying witnessing the growth of you as well. Like if you're a couple with your person, their family, they see you as a part of the family. They see you as their own child in a sense here as well. It's just such a sweet, beautiful energy, because it's like I'm witnessing the growth and improvement and the transitioning of another person suddenly in the family. And it's just like, it's so much bigger and so much nicer and so much fuller, to live through another person's growth and another person's transitioning, and to see what they're developing into, what their likes and dislikes are, and how they're changing over time, what they're learning about themselves, how they're shifting, what they're bringing into the table, how they're bringing, new ideas, new things to the table. It's just a very expansive, beautiful, loving energy. I feel like their family fucking loves you, you guys. They adore you here with the Emperor coming through. Or they would adore you if they met you. Like you can also listen to this reading hypothetically, what would happen. Like you're seen as someone who is very orderly as well, is what I'm picking up here with the Emperor. Very structured, very orderly, coming into your divine masculine manifestation, being more heartfelt, but being also resolute with where you stand and what you do. You're someone who is seen as very responsible as well. We have the Three of Wands coming through next. With the Three of Wands, you're seen as someone who is very expansive, someone who likes to expand their mind, someone who likes to expand just, in general with things that you're doing. You are someone who is like, okay, let's go do it. Let's start this. Let's have fun. You're like the catalyst is what's coming through here. The catalyst in chemistry, for example, that you add that sort of speeds things along. That's what I'm picking up here. You're the type of person who is bringing expansion into the group, into the energy. I'll say, let's see what else. Sort of gentle expansion, structured expansion is what I'm picking up over here. So let's see what else. Not this. With the Eight of Cups reversed, that just sort of flipped over quickly there, I'm getting that you're the type of person who is just incredibly reliable in regards to your feelings. Like what you say sort of stands, especially what you communicate in regards to your feelings. It's like rock solid, and it makes people, especially their family here, it makes them feel safe around you. It makes them feel like they know you. Okay, so next, we have here the Eight of Coins. You're seen as someone who is quite hardworking and someone who is very analytical, someone who is sort of puzzle oriented, someone who likes to maybe solve puzzles or solve problems, solve difficulties. You're seen as someone who is incredibly focused when it comes to doing specific tasks or specific events. I feel like they are quite mesmerized by this ability of yours to be just so hyper focused on something, or to be able to hold a specific thought for a long time and to sort of develop that. I feel like these people also see you as someone who is very, very intelligent. They look up to you. They sometimes ask you for guidance. It's not like, they're like searching for guidance, but these people are just interested in what you would say to them. Just your point of view is what is interesting. And we have the Four of Coins, the Four of Pentacles here reversed. So I feel like their family also sees you as someone who is very giving, someone who is unrestricted with their time and with their resources. Like you are seen as someone who is not, overly giving, someone who just, splashes their love around, but you are seen as sort of measuredly giving, and people respect you for that. They know that you have your own boundaries, that they cannot walk over you, but also they know that they can approach you, that they can respect you, that you're going to be sort of there for them, that you're going to be reliable, that what you say sort of stands, and yeah, that you're basically, you're basically protecting yourself, but at the same time you are someone who is not protecting yourself in spite of other people. You just like to have a sense of security. Here is what's coming through. I feel like it makes these people also feel like they can be secure and safe around you because you give off this sense of security. Also with the Emperor being here, sort of, the only major arcana with the sense of how their family thinks of you or sees you here. We have the Knight of Swords on the bottom of the deck, so you're also seen as someone who is very good at communicating, very good at expressing your own thoughts, your own beliefs. Okay, let's get two of these now, two of the Arcanas out for their family as well. So let's see what wants to come through. We're going to do this quickly. So let's see. Okay. We have Libra, very measured, someone who is very open. We have Waxing Gibbous Moon, and we have the Sun. Interesting. All right, so just with the Sun, I'm going to start backwards. With the Sun coming through here, this is the energy of joy. This is the energy of the 5th house that I was telling you about. So you bring pleasure, joy, confidence, vibrance, strength, purpose, and positivity to these people. They see you as someone who is very positive. So they see you as someone who is self-confident and aware of themselves to a great extent. You're also someone who brings sort of brightness and new radiance into the community or into the group dynamic. There is a sense of like purpose to you, a sense of positivity. I might have said that already, but there is like a strength as well, like a vibrance, like a beauty to you there. So let's see, Waxing Gibbous Moon here. I feel like the Waxing Gibbous Moon is all about sort of perfecting energy. It's about tending to the finer details of a situation. So you're seen as someone who is quite detail oriented is what I'm picking up here. You're the type of person who can enjoy beauty, but you're also very much beauty oriented. Yes, okay, maybe you are, but you are also detail oriented here. Yeah, that's basically what's coming through. You're about making sure everything is in perfect order, everything is sort of aligning with itself. Whenever you are there around it to look at it, you're seen as someone who might be also quite analytical is what's coming through here with Waxing Gibbous Moon. Another thing with Libra there now, we have someone who is very diplomatic. You have a charming disposition, or you're seen as someone who is quite charming. You are someone who really enjoys intellectual stimulation is what's coming through here as well in regards to how their family sees you. You can fit easily into any social situation is how they see you as well. You're sort of mold yourself to the situation. You're also someone who, I think I mentioned this previously, who can see both sides of the coin. So you have the ability to see both sides of any debate or argument, which allows you to be pretty decent in moderation, so in moderating people, or even in conflicting situations. Okay, so I feel like you are the type of person who is all about balancing out others. You might be also flirty sometimes, which is quite cute to witness. You're seen as someone who is confident and like a little bit of a social butterfly, or just someone who is very nice to talk to, very pleasurable to talk to is what's coming through here, right? So that is what I have for you for group number 1. So thank you so much for connecting. Thank you for watching this video. Hope this resonated. Let me know how this reading was for you in the comment section down below. Don't forget to like, subscribe to this channel for more videos such as this one coming through in the future. If you want to check out other videos, or if you want exclusive content, you can check out my Patreon community. I have many more exclusive, wonderful, mature videos also coming through over there. So you can check that out if you're interested. Other than that, just sending you so much love, so much light. Looking forward to connecting with you soon in another video. If you want to book a personal tarot reading, all the information about it is available in the description box below as well. So looking forward to connecting with you soon again. Until then, have a beautiful day. Bye. Hello, group number 2, if you picked this yellow origami flower. This is going to be the reading for you. So we're going to be reading, first of all, what do their friends think of you, and then we're going to be tapping into what does their family think of you, what do their family members think of you. Righty, so let's get into this. We're going to start off with the cat tarot. I don't know why. I'm just guided to do this. So let's see. What do their friends think of you? So for group number 2, please, Spirit. For group number 2, please, what do their friends think here, please? So what do their friends think of you? We have the 8 of, I think it's 8, yeah, it's the 8 of Pentacles here. Their friends think that you are very, very successful, that you're very hardworking. We have the Page of Wands now coming through as well. So I'm sorry if there are any noises in the background. It's just our kitten playing around. With the Page of Wands, also getting like you are someone very excitable with like interesting things. Like for example, you get very excited over, I don't know, new things coming through. Like you get very excited, enthusiastic, for example, about new movies that you guys enjoy. Maybe you guys share interests or things like that, and you're just the type of person who's like, oh my god, that's coming through, oh my god, that's so amazing, that's so incredible. You know, you're the type of enthusiastic individual. You would like to explore different avenues of life here with the Page of Wands I'm getting as well. And you are a very sort of free-spirited person is what's coming through. But at the same time, very, very successful, very good with business is what's coming through here. Like I'm tapping into this picture, and what I'm seeing in my mind's eye is like a businessman or businesswoman. Like someone in, I don't know, just fancy clothes, you know, sort of like, I don't know, a suit, for example, or things like that is what's coming through here. And eating like in fancy restaurants, you know, things like that are coming through here for me. Very, very interesting. You might be seen as someone who is quite polished, someone who is very enthusiastic, maybe even like, you know, a child like enthusiasm is what's coming through with the Page of Wands. I don't mean that in a like a negative way. So sorry, Michi just bumped into the camera. Michi, oh my god. So don't mean this in that way. It's just a lot like you open up, you bring through a lot of enthusiasm. Michi, oh my god, so sorry you guys. So sorry here. So what is coming through is quite definitely this little bit of a mismatch between what you maybe do for a living and how you then tend to unwind, how, you know, easygoing you are. Because people might expect here that you are, you know, just very uptight, sort of, you know, difficult to get along. Maybe this is what their friends thought before they met you here as well. But then they got to know you, and it was like, oh my god, this person is so chill, they're so nice to hang with, they're so interesting, and they have so many different ideas, and they're just overall so fun to be around here is what is coming through. I'm just going to put my kitten over here because she is causing some trouble, right? Oh my god. So yeah, it feels like, you know, you might be the special type of person, very interesting person to hang out with. Right, so let's see what else. What do their friends think of you here? We have the 6 of Swords. Okay, so you are always on the move is what's coming through here. You're always either traveling or doing something. You're the type of person who does not sit still. You always have something interesting that is happening for you in your reality, in your situation. You're always sort of doing something new, sort of discovering something new, getting acquainted with new things, or just, you know, you're the type of person who is like, I traveled to this place, I don't know, yesterday, and then I was there for like a couple of hours and then I went back. It's like maybe you take a lot of business trips or trips related to your career. Just travel in terms of like a part of your career here is what's coming through. I feel like people find your life incredibly fascinating, or their friends just find your life incredibly fascinating, or incredibly like, wow, you know, that's the type of person I want to be in contact with type of scenario. They're so interesting, they're so enthusiastic, and so sort of easy to get along with, but they have such an interesting life is what's coming through here. Okay, so let's see what else. What did their friends think of you? We have the Six of Cups. I feel like with the Six of Cups coming through here, these friends are like, you are part of us. You are our long lost friend, the friend that we didn't know we needed, or the friend that we didn't know we wanted before. It's almost like you're part of the whole group. You're part of the soul of those people. Maybe, you know, your person here, or the person that you're thinking of, has had these friends for a really long time. They're like, you know, kindred souls, and you are a part of that soul family is what it feels like to them. You really belong in their friend group. You know, something about you just makes you belong so very strongly with them, makes you resonate so very strongly with them, with your energy here with the Page of Wands. It's just like a strong resonance is what I'm tapping into, and it's deeply emotional. It's not what you do for a living. You know, what you do for a living just makes you exciting, very, very interesting type of person, but you know, it's the emotions here that are exclusive, that are the guides, are the ones that are showing you things. Okay, so let's see what else. I also feel like you're a very joyful presence, very optimistic presence in your group. You're someone who is, you know, thinking outside of the box here is what it feels like. You're like, okay, don't limit yourself. Why would you limit yourself with these things? You're always sort of opening up new avenues for people, opening up new viewpoints for other people to step through, to sort of like portals, you know, so that they shouldn't necessarily settle on something in their own lives, or they should not settle with their limited thinking or limited beliefs or things like that. You sort of point that out, and you're like, no, my darling, don't do that. You know, you can have so much more, you can be so much more. So let's see what else now for their friends. Maybe one or two more cards, please, Spirit, here. We have the King of Cups coming through. Very interesting, very powerful energy. So you're seen as someone who might not share a lot of your emotions, someone who is seen as very emotional and very deep feeling, very wise here with the King of Cups, and also very mature when it comes to feelings. But also this feels like you're the type of person who is seen as holding stuff in more. You're the type of person who doesn't talk about your feelings too much. Like, you can be, yes, you are enthusiastic, you express things in terms of joy, but when it comes to the deeper feelings, such as love, for example, and things like that, more intimate things that you might be feeling, you don't share that. But people are recognizing that you are a very deep feeler, a very deep thinker. They're also quite enchanted by your mysterious nature. You're seen as someone who is very, very interesting. You know, they want to get to know you better. They want to tap into what's going on with you there. You know, sort of like, what are you thinking? What are you feeling? Their friends are very curious about you, to say the least here. So let's see anything else. One more card, please, Spirit. If I've been shuffling now, let's just get one more card then. So let's see what else for group number 2 here. Okay, we have the 6. This is the 6 of Swords again. Oh my God, did I read something wrongly here? I don't know what I read wrongly, because I feel like these two are basically the same card. Oh, this is the 4 of Swords, and this is the 6 of Swords. Okay. Whoopsie daisies. So I'm sorry, Roman numerals like whoop, went over my head. So, okay, the message still does stand. However, the message with the 6 of Swords stands. It's just that I'm just going to top that off with the message from the 4 of Swords now. So you are a very relaxed presence. You are seen as someone who is also quite a contemplative person. Maybe you're someone who meditates, but you might not meditate, very, very seriously. You're just seen as the type of person who maybe does dabble in some consciousness work, you know but maybe you guys don't talk about that too much. Maybe you sometimes just mention it, that you meditate, that you do these things, but I don't feel like you go in depth about that. Sometimes you tend to take a step back or recharge, and this is what these people are just taking as a part of who you are. Okay, so sometimes you just need to recharge, take a step back, just be like chill, groom yourself, and just take some self-care. Sometimes you might even say to the group that no, you cannot come right now because you're taking some time off to take care of yourself, and they definitely really, really appreciate you for this. These people really love that you take care of yourself, that you love yourself, and that you are readily expressing that to the world. All right, so let's get now a couple of arcana of astrology cards, like one or two. I said a couple in it there, and it's like one or two. Okay, so Spirit, please, for group number 2, what do their friends think here? What do their friends think? We have the Sun card. Okay, so someone who is very, very joyful, very optimistic. Let's see what else. We have Cancer. Interesting. Okay. So new moon is on the bottom. With new moon being there on the bottom, this is making me feel like you're the type of person who really likes to start new things, who really, really likes, let's just start this, let's just see where this is going. Sort of, very expansive energy, very, very expansive energy. Definitely, all about that starting, moving on to new things, taking some time off, and then maybe reflecting on that as well. But just, you like new things. You like the excitement of newness is what's coming through here. So with the Sun, you're seen as someone who is oriented towards pleasure, or someone who is maybe even motivated by pleasure, by the good things in life. I feel like this is the energy, like you're seen as someone who has a very beautiful, well-developed ego here, but also someone who is a joy to be around, someone who is very, very confident. Okay, so with joy, with confidence, with the Sun being here, this is like a strong, confident energy that does not shy away from radiance and warmth, giving off that radiance and warmth to, sort of spray everyone around them with confidence. You're seen as someone who has quite a big purpose in life, by their friends, which is interesting. Like maybe you just have a well-developed purpose. You know what you're doing. You know why you're doing it. You're seen as someone who's a very vibrant person, who has like a lot of energy, a lot of strength, both inner and outer strength here. Maybe you work out as well. Maybe you're seen as someone who's quite butch or buff. And also, yeah, like purpose again, but also positivity, or someone who is very, very positive person, or you're seen as someone who is very, positive, very optimistic as well, but not optimistic in the sense that you would be fooling yourself. No, not at all like that. More like, looking at life through, the glass is half full, not the glass is half empty type of scenario. Okay, so next we have here the Crab, so Cancer energy. This one is talking about nourishment. So what is coming through in terms of Cancer is that their friends see you as someone who is very nourishing, someone who might be very motherly in nature, someone who might, take pleasure in taking care of others, sort of caring about other people's pain, for example, other people's lives. I feel like you are very good when it comes to understanding other people's emotional matters here, with the King of Cups coming through, as well as the Cancer being here. So this can be both outwardly and inwardly expressed. So it's almost like our outward expression is when you might feel comfortable in sharing your feelings, regardless if they are positive or negative. And inward expression is more about when you sort of retreat into your own world. Maybe you retreat deep into your shell there, and sort of, cut off communication because you want to just dive deeper into some self-love and want to take care of yourself here. So what else here is what you're seen as someone who is quite tender, quite receptive, sometimes maybe a little bit moody as well, sometimes maybe a little bit smothering, but also just overall very, very nurturing, very protective energy. So sorry, my kitten is here just wanting to play, being very energetic. She's going to get her dinner soon, so this is the time of play, trying to catch the prey. So this is what their friends think of you. So let's now dive into what their family thinks of you here. All right, so let's see what wants to come through. So for group number 2, please, Spirit, what does their family think here? So we have the 4 of Swords coming through again. They see you as someone who is resting, rejuvenating themselves, someone who likes to take care of themselves, someone who is very contemplative in nature as well, someone who really likes to take time off to understand themselves. Overall, you're seen as someone who needs to take time off for themselves, but you're seen, in a way like that's the type of person we all want to be, to strive towards, but people just don't end up doing that. So I feel like you're very respected in that regard by their family. So let's see what else here. We have the 5 of Swords reversed. This is interesting. The energy of the 5 of Swords reversed is that of someone who is being open to change, someone who is not sort of letting into past resentment. So you're maybe someone who lets go of conflicts quite easily, someone who is oriented towards the resolution of conflicts and just looking at all sides of the issue. Yeah, you're like not someone who is going to be just stuck on your own thing or what you're wanting. You're someone who is also going to be open to listening to others, to communicating to others very, very deeply about what's going on, where you guys are at the moment, what each and every single one of you is feeling here. Next, we have the Ace of Cups. This is so interesting coming through with, what their family thinks of you. I feel like you're overall just very loved by this family. Very respected, very sort of an enjoyable, beautiful presence is what's coming through here. This is the energy of love. They see you as someone who is very compassionate. They see themselves as having a lot of compassion for you as well and for, your own life here on earth. You're seen as someone who is also quite creative with the Ace of Cups. Very interesting energy. Sometimes they can see you. Excuse me, Chico in the background there. She's playing with her cat toy. So cat zoomies are a part of this reading now. So yeah, what I'm getting here is sometimes that, you might be also a little bit big when it comes to emotional sharing. You are very emotional, and sometimes these people, their family might get a little bit like, oh my god, they said that. You tend to be very expressive. Overall, they really enjoy you, they really like you, but sometimes you're very expressive when it comes to emotions. You're very compassionate and you like to really express that outwardly, and sometimes they're like, oh my god, not used to that, and then they might tend to just react in a way that is constricting of the energy, sort of bringing it back in. But overall, they really, really do respect you here. They see you as someone who is very spiritual as well with the Ace of Cups, someone who's connected to God. Maybe these people are religious even, because they see you as someone who is spiritual, connected to God, but not really religious as they are religious. This is what's coming through here. All right, so Queen of Wands is our next energy. Very enthusiastic, very sort of, chill enthusiasm, chill recognition, chill look at me type of energy, just sort of not in your face recognition, not in your face, okay, you should look at me and recognize me here. But it's more about, again, it's more about that sun energy. It's more about vibrancy. It's more about exuberance, warmth, and having a lot of determination. So that's how these people basically see you, how they recognize you, as someone who is very vibrant, very warm in how you approach people, how you approach yourself, how you approach the world. And yeah, just quite enthusiastic as well, but also measured in that. And quite determined. You're seen as someone who can sometimes be quite stubborn, but you know, determined in the sense of I'm going to get what I want, I know what I want, and I'm going to get there. Okay, so let's see what else. So we have the Wheel of Fortune coming through next. I feel like you're seen as someone who really trusts faith, who trusts, again, God is coming through. Maybe these people are religious here, because God is stepping into the question hugely, but in a religious sense, not in a spiritual sense. So these people see you as someone who is definitely in line with synchronicity, in line with God, but you are not the type of person who is, you know, necessarily religious in that sense, like, I don't know, following Christianity or things like that. You're more like spiritual, is what I'm picking up for most of you at least. But yeah, this is how these people see you. They see you as someone who is trusting your own path where God is leading you towards. Right. So let's see what else. The Eight of Swords. These people also sometimes see you as quite shy around them. Maybe they see you as someone who is pestered by thoughts, or someone who is pestered by anxiety, is what's coming through here. They see you as someone who is quite shy. So they tend to sometimes think that you might be, you know, maybe anxious, or you might be facing certain difficulties in your work situation, or just in your life in general. These people might sometimes see the fact that you have to, you know, move away, or sometimes take care of yourself, as the act of isolation, like you have to isolate yourself from other people, which they might sometimes not completely understand or get, because they don't need that. But overall, you know, they respect you, they love you here. They just think that sometimes you're a little bit shy. Okay, so let's see what else wants to come through now with Arcana of Astrology. So anything else, please, Spirit, for group number 2 here, for how this person's family sees them. Okay, we have Pallas Athena, and we have the Waxing Gibbous Moon. Okay, interesting. I'm being called to get one more card. Okay, wow, that one just flipped through. So lunar eclipse is coming through for you guys as well. Okay, so we're going to start off here with the Waxing Gibbous Moon. So the Waxing Gibbous Moon is the energy that we also had in group number 1. It's the energy of perfection. Maybe you are seen by their family as someone who is always put together very, very well, and they feel like there is a perfectionist inside of you. Maybe you just sort of are a perfect image of someone. Maybe you just take good care of yourself. These things are coming through here. You are very attentive to the finer details is what's coming through, and also you're sometimes quite analytical is what these people think. Very rational, very analytical, very put together, very good at expressing yourself is what's coming through here as well. You're not the type of person who is going to cheat or cut corners, but you're the type of person who really puts their work in, which is something they really, really value. That just sounded like such a family thing to say. I really like this person, you know, they put their work in. It's you know, it's such a family thing to say. It's giving me that vibe, at least. So then we have Pallas Athena here. So our kitten is back, ready to play, ready to engage with us. So let's see. Spirit, please, what else? We have Pallas Athena. So with Pallas Athena, the energy is that of intelligence, that of creativity, wisdom, and also trying to liberate yourself or liberate others from difficulty. I feel like this energy is that of like intelligence, in almost in the form of like a feminine quality as well. It's like you are very expressive, but in the sense of a very tactical nature, very diplomatic. It feels like people their family here. They also see you as someone who might be involved in politics in some way, like feminism, for example, as well. You're a good mediator is what's coming through again with the Five of Swords. We had that already, but here it's, it's like you're good at weighing the pros and cons of a situation as well here. So you're like the type of person who really likes to look at the bigger pictures, how you're seen. You're seen as someone who is very, very wise for your age, especially that for your age is what's coming through here. She's so wise for her age, or he's so wise for her age, they're so wise for their age is what I'm tapping into here. So this is like the we energy as well that you're bringing through. You're bringing through the we energy, me and you and them, sort of, you're trying to integrate people is what's coming through here. So you like to look at bigger pictures instead of personal situations, trying to understand things in terms of bigger pictures and society as well. So like sort of like how the macrocosm is presenting itself in the microcosm and back again, sort of like that shift. And you are always trying to work towards the benefit of everyone involved. Here with Pallas Athena is what's coming through. So, these people, I end up saying these people all the time here. So they see you as quite, interesting. They have difficulty grasping you and where you're going towards at times. Like some of the family members like have a much easier time grasping where you want to go, what you want to say than others here. But you're overall seen as someone very intelligent, diplomatic, sometimes a little bit critical, especially critical of society, because the family here might be like, oh, it's kind of okay, they're like, it's kind of all right, but you're like, no, it's not all right, we have to do this and this and this and this. So you're very liberatory, or you're up to liberation, and you're definitely, because of that, maybe sometimes seen as like a little bit critical or overly critical of how things currently are, because these people are like, oh, maybe it's all right, it's that type of energy. Okay, so you're the type of person who likes to reveal things. With the lunar eclipse here, this is the energy of the illuminator. So the lunar eclipse basically occurs when the moon moves behind the earth and ends up in its shadow. Okay, so basically the lunar eclipse carries the similar message as a regular full moon, but it's intensified. So that basically just means that things are coming to light when you are around. You sort of bring issues to mind, you express issues, you reveal things that people maybe don't want revealed. You do it in a diplomatic and beautiful way, but you also tend to sometimes push buttons, is what I'm getting here with the lunar eclipse. Because truth may be, that sometimes people are not ready to see what is trying to come into the light or what is trying to be illuminated. So I feel like you're all about that. You're all about illumination, but sometimes, people are like, okay, I don't want to see this, but they don't even realize that they don't want to see, but then they end up maybe being triggered because they ended up seeing things that they didn't want to see. Okay, so that's what's coming through here in regards to how their family sees you. Quite a contrast, if I do say so myself. Very interesting there. So that's what's coming through. That's how they see you. Thank you so much for connecting. Thank you for watching. If you want to comment down below, make sure to do so. I would be very happy to hear what you have to say, what you have to contribute, or what you thought of this reading, how it was for you. Don't forget to like the video. Subscribe to this channel for more videos coming through in the future. If you want a personal reading, all the information can be found in the description box below this video. And if you want to check out Patreon for more exclusive content as well as mature 18+ content over there, make sure to check that out as well. Wishing you all the best and looking forward to connecting with you again in another video. Bye. Mwah. Hello, group number 3. So if you picked the green origami flower for your reading, this is going to be a reading into what do their friends / family think of you. So we're going to first of all go into what do their friends think of you, and then we're going to go into what does their family think of you, what do their family members think of you. All right, so let's start. Let's see what wants to come through today. I am really enjoying these readings. I have to say I might do them more often, might do them like more in depth for only their friends, for only family members. Okay, so let's see, Spirit, please, for group number 3 here. So what do their friends think of you? Okay, so we have the moon present here. Okay, we're not going to be taking these two. We have the moon present. Interesting. You're difficult to make sense of is what's coming through here. You're a very mysterious figure. You're the type of person they see like almost like as a crone type of energy, you know. It's like you are very wise, but also you tap into a strongly divine feminine type of energy, and you bring through guidance in terms of the divine feminine that is like, you know, the witch of the night type of energy. Very, very elegant, but also like a witch of the night. You have a special quality. Maybe you do tarot, maybe you do witchy stuffs, like that's a thing here. But yeah, you're seen like that, you know, the type of person who might dabble with herbs, type of person who might dabble with Wicca or things like that, you know, just things that this person or these people, their friends, would consider witchy in character, which is basically quite anything that has to do with nature these days, you know, and is outside of the urban lifestyle. So let's see what else we have. We have the Ten of Cups. Oh my God, that's so beautiful. You're seen as a very fulfilling presence in the group. I feel like just with, you know, with these two, you're incredibly inseparable from the group is what's coming through here with the moon and with the Ten of Cups. I feel like you help people understand themselves emotionally. You help people sort of dive deeper into their emotions in a very profound, gentle, feminine way, sort of like easy sliding, easily going towards their emotions is what's coming through here. Just such a gentle presence is what is here. You're helping other people to be more emotionally present, more abundantly present within themselves. I feel like people really honor you, really love you. They feel very much compassion around you or with you is what's coming through here. You are seen as someone who is very intuitive, someone who is also very harmonic, so someone who is very happy or a very happy presence in life or in their friend group. So sorry, that was just my kitten sort of messing up the camera a little bit. So yeah, you're seen as someone who brings a lot of harmony into each person individually, but also to the whole of the friend group. If you're hanging out with, for example, your person or their friends, just you're seen as someone who brings a lot of alignment into the group. Like you're very curious about people. You're seen as someone who is like, you know, genuinely curious about people. You want to get to know them. You really want to know what they're feeling, what they're thinking, and it's just this genuinity of yours that is so heartwarming is what's coming through here. It's just very beautiful energy. You're seen as someone who might want to get married, or someone who really wants, you know, a specific lifestyle, someone who wants to be happy in life with a partner and things like that. You're seen as someone who's overall very aligned in life because you follow yourself, because you follow your guidance, your internal guidance system very beautifully here with the moon coming through. You're like really following your intuition. These people might sometimes find you scary because you follow your intuition so much, and they're like, oh my God, how can you follow your intuition to such an extent, you know? But they see you that you are happy, and then you're like an inspiration to them to do the same here. So we have the Nine of Cups coming through next. Nine of Cups is like the energy of wishes fulfilled. So these people see you as someone who always is almost like on a positive scale of life, or so it seems to them. You are someone who is very comforting, someone who brings comfort to others, someone who nourishes other people or just nurtures them in a very serene, beautiful way. You're also seen as someone who brings happiness again and a great deal of satisfaction to the group. You really tend to fill up people's emotional needs, you know. You're not the type of person who might necessarily be focused on meeting people's material needs. maybe, as we had in other groups, there was a little more of that. But here we have like this strong potential and strong energy of meeting people's emotional needs, listening, feeling deeply into people, recognizing them, gaining and developing intimacy with other people, just feeling into things that are deeply, deeply lacking in this day and age, in this world that we live in, where people are basically lonely, where people are starved for attention and start for intimacy, emotional connectedness. You bring that to people. You bring connection, like human, proper, raw connection, and this is what is greatly valued in your presence. Next, we have the Emperor, which is interesting. Maybe you have a good alignment between the yin and yang, the positive masculine, the positive feminine values here. With the Emperor, what's coming through is that you are very reliant upon yourself. You know where you stand. You have a good sense of boundaries. So you have very good boundaries. These people know that they cannot boss you around, that they cannot tell you what to do or where to go. You know where you stand. You're the type of very strong, solid figure for these people. You know your own identity. You know who you are. So there is this sense of admiration, respect for you that these people have as well. Another thing that's coming through with the Emperor is that you're a very organized person. You're also very much, you have a beautiful outlook. The way that you present yourself to the world is sort of very polished. It's very beautiful. It's very refined and elegant is what's coming through here. You always tend to look good no matter what you do. You always look good to the people that are this person's friends that you're asking about. So yeah, they really admire you. They really think you always look really, incredibly beautiful. That you have it well in life. It's what's coming through here as well, that you're doing very, very good. And yeah, you're very organized, very structured. Maybe you have like a moleskin diary or something like that. Maybe you carry like a diary with you, or you tend to jot things down. Maybe have a Google Calendar that's filled up with things. Just overall very organized person. Or so it seems. So you are perceived. Maybe you are a chaotically organized person. You just get things done without, being too organized. We have the Ace of Swords next, which is so interesting, which is also such a beautiful energy to tap into. With the Ace of Swords, we have the energy of mental clarity, someone who is breaking barriers towards a better understanding of things. This is like the raw power type of energy, breakthrough thoughts, sort of thoughts that are on the edge of society. You're a very intellectual person is what's coming through here, which is interesting because you tend to balance very, very beautifully like the feminine qualities of your own expression with the masculine qualities of just being very rational, being very logical, being able to express yourself nicely, very logically, systematically is what's coming through here. And these people really value your ideas. They value your insights greatly. They think that some of your insights are incredibly specific, incredibly badass, like specifically badassery is what's coming through here for this group, for you. You are super insightful, like especially in terms of the emotional world, but also just in terms of how, maybe some people are struggling with something and then you just offer an insight like out of the blue and they're like, whoa, dude, that really, hits the nail on the head. How did you get there? You're very wise, but you also have like a way of expressing yourself that's at the same time very feminine, very beautiful, but also like quite assertive in a sense sometimes. So I feel like there's a beautiful blend here of feminine and masculine energy that is coming through. You also have a lot of mental clarity about where you are currently in life, where you're going, which people find overall quite like relaxing and safe to be around. So lastly, here we have the Six of Swords. The Six of Swords is coming through as the energy of almost like wanting to travel mentally towards different realms. So you're the type of deep thinker person. You think about issues very deeply. You think about different stories very deeply. You think about nonfiction, fiction very deeply. You tend to like to travel to different mental landscapes, different worlds. Feel like you're a great reader, or at least these people see you as a bit of a bookworm. You know, maybe you have a lot of books, for example. Such things, such interesting things tend to come through. You also like to transition or make changes to your life often. You also tend to switch up your thoughts very quickly, or just the way that you're thinking about something. If you're met with different information, you tend to easily switch that up and easily incorporate new ideas, new information into your whole scheme of things. You like to look at things differently. You like to entertain different beliefs, different opportunities, different ways of thinking about the world or perceiving the world, ways of looking at the world. So let's see what else wants to come through with the Arcana of Astrology deck here for group number 3, for what their family, what their friends think. What do their friends think here? How do they perceive them? We have Eros. Wow, very passionate, very beautiful person. And Hygeia. I just dropped so many cards. So let us see what wants to come through. Eros is, wow, this is interesting. This is someone who is very, very wise, a wise person. We also have 2 asteroids. So maybe you're someone who is seen as very unique by this group of friends. So here we have someone who is incredibly erotic. You're seen as someone very erotic, very, very attractive. I feel like if these people are, I know, men, and you're a female and they are heterosexual, they're very attracted to you. And if the converse is true, that's true as well, or any type of other situation. Overall, you're seen as someone who is very attractive, both physically, mentally, emotionally attractive. This is like attractive out of the I don't know, gods. So basically, you do represent a lot of love. You bring through a lot of passion. You are seen as someone who is a little bit of a romantic as well. Someone who is not shying away when it comes to talking about sex or being sexual or presenting a sexual energy. Okay, so you're quite Venus-like in quality, with that blend of almost like, divine feminine energy, and also blend of Mars's energy, which is the divine masculine. So this is like, you are basically the blend of divine feminine, divine masculine here with Eros. So I feel like you understand relationships very, very well. You understand the subconscious desires about, people in general. You tend to like to look deep inside yourself, to really tap into yourself, to find what it's really aligning with you, what's really your passion. Okay, so I feel like what matters to you most is that whatever you're doing, it lights you up. It lights your soul on fire, quite literally. So what this is in its essence talking about is someone who's quite romantic, someone who does not shy away from their desire, but sort of goes in with their desire, someone who's very passionate, someone who maybe sometimes likes to talk about sex or is very open about their sexuality, sex life, for example, very intimate about their own expression. We have someone who is definitely sharing a lot of love, and that beautiful blend of divine masculine and divine feminine energy coming through with Eros here, or the lover energy. So you're seen as the lover archetype, quite literally here with Eros. Next we have Hygeia, and Hygeia is like the energy of a proponent of health, quite literally. So I feel like people or their friends here specifically see you as someone who is maybe a little bit of a health freak, someone who maybe takes supplements, makes sure to eat very healthy, might sometimes order salads when other people are like munching on, I don't know, hamburgers and fries, for example, things like that. I feel like they see you as someone who sees mental health as very important as well, and also someone who sees just physical health in general very important, taking care of one's body, taking care of the health issues, eating habits, exercising, recognizing how people and in general we are interacting with our environment. Maybe plastics are a part of the conversation in this group sometimes, or just how to take care of the environment better, and also living a more waste-free lifestyle might be something that you sort of bring into the conversation. I feel like people see you as someone who might enjoy cleaning or tidying up. That's just something that's coming through. Might not resonate for all of you, but that's what's coming through with Hageya here. So tidying, cleaning up, something you might really value. And just medicine is something that you might be into. This can be, you know, that you are someone who is studying medicine at the moment, or just that you're the type of person interested in medicine, or just the human body in general, the human body, human physique in general. Right, so with that being said, now let's look into what their family thinks of you. So Spirit, please, for group number 3, what does their family think, please? What does the family think for group number 3? Okay, so we have the Magician. Okay, they see you as someone who manifests things effortlessly, who is very clear about themselves, about who they are. You're very, very straightforward with who you are is what's coming through here. You know how to express yourself. People are like, damn, this person is badass. Again, we have the 6 of Swords coming through. These people see you as someone who likes to travel. Like, you like to travel both physically, literally, and also in your mind. Again, they see you as someone who is all about having deep conversations with others, who likes to expand their horizons always, who likes to travel to different perceptions. You're a very open-minded person is what's coming through here with both of these cards. You are seen as very open-minded. You're seen as someone, you know, who does not get stuck on a couple of beliefs or a couple of ideas, but you always remain sort of a blank slate, or I'm not sure what exactly it's called. It's like, oh, it's in Zen Buddhism. There is a specific phrase that I cannot remember right now. But yeah, it's like Suzuki or someone mentioned that. I cannot for the life of me remember right now what this is, what it was. Oh yeah, I remembered. Woo. Okay, so I just let go of the outcome, it came. So it's the beginner's mind. You're the type of person who has a beginner's mind, who is always in wonder, asking about things, but always also someone who really likes to think about things. Here with the 6 of Swords, like you like to move in different avenues, move in different places. Maybe you have had a variety of jobs here, or a variety of interests or hobbies that you are into. Their family sees you as someone very exciting, very interesting to talk to, very sort of like, what are you all about here, you know, type of energy. What are you all about? We have the 6 of Wands coming through. We have the Lovers. Okay, interesting. Interesting here. So with the 6 of Wands and with the Lovers coming through, I feel like this is just going to be one of the very specific messages that comes through. But I feel like if you met this person and if you are like serious, their family is like, this is the one person for my boy or for my girl or for my, you know, human, for my human child. So that's what's coming through here. Like their family, I think they see you as the ultimate catch for their child. It's like this is the one, I know it. Their family is like, I know it. This is the type. This is the person. This is the one that they're going to, you know, marry. It's like it's settled. It's that type of energy. They know you are the one because they know how well you get along, or they see that there is a specific resonance between the two of you that's not shared. If you have not met their family yet, I feel like this is just, you know, the energy that they would be feeling if they got to know you. They see like they want you to be recognized. They want there to be marriage. Okay, so with the 6 of Wands, with the Lovers, what their family wants, what they want to come through here with this reading is that they want you to marry. What they want there to be marriage, like get on with it is what I'm hearing, you know. So they're quite impatient. They want this to solidify. They want you to be together. They want you to have a family together. They want you to spend a life together. It's just like they want you to be seen, to be recognized in society as a couple, as partners, is what's coming through here. And they see this as the ultimate connection, as the ultimate beautiful, intimate connection between two humans that get along wonderfully. We have the Nine of Coins, so there's like this beautiful emotional fulfillment and physical fulfillment. So they see you as someone who is also very physically fulfilled, someone who has maybe a very good job or very good financial health at the moment. So who is very well off financially speaking, very beautiful, likes to present themselves very, very nicely. These people really tend to value beauty here. Okay, so I'm just going to, say something. We have the Two of Cups now. The fucking Two of Cups came through with the Lovers. For what does their family think of you? Their family sees you as a soulmate to your person. So the person that you're asking about, their family is like, this is their soulmate. Like, I'm sure of it, and they are going to have a beautiful life together. That's like it. That's like the end of this stuff. I don't know what else to tell you, you guys. This is just perfect. It's like the family is like, I know this is the person. This is the one for my lovely little chipmunk. And that's it. That's it. Like, there's nothing more I can say about this. They see you as someone incredible, an incredible feminine energy, very, very nurturing, very open, very lovely. They respect you so much. Like, I'm tapping into this energy and it feels like I want to cry. Like, these people, they love you. They love you so much. They love you. Like, you fill their hearts with joy is what's coming through here. And I'm not saying that lightly. It's not like you just fill their heart with joy. Like, no, you fill their heart with so much joy. It's so much love, and it's so beautiful, and it's so healing, and it's so nurturing. Like, it's incredible. I don't think I want to say anything else here. Just their family really sees you as the one for their child here. And you're seen as the Empress. You're seen as the one who has it all for them. And you're seen as someone who is like already part of the family so much. They love you so much. It's just so heartwarming and beautiful to feel this. It's so, wow, it's so wonderful. Like, you guys, I feel like I'm going to cry. It's so beautiful. Such a beautiful energy. It's so watery, so open, so relaxing, so allowing. So, like you hug people, or at least it feels like you hug them when you're around them. Just so beautiful. Okay, so let's see if anything else wants to come through with the Arcana of Astrology now. What else I might have missed, but this is beautiful. You might be Gemini here. Libra or Taurus is also coming through as well. Pisces energy, Aries energy. First quarter moon is what's coming through. Anything else, please, Spirit, for group number 3 here, how their family views them. We have the 10th house, so again, that strong energy of accomplishment. So these people see you as very accomplished. Interesting. What do you do? What do you do, group number 3? So first quarter moon is what's coming through here. So this is all about growth. These people experience you as someone who is facilitating growth of the family. So I feel like, especially if you are a female here, and these people want you to get pregnant and they want you to have a child so that you grow the family even more. They see you as a very mothering person, someone who would make a good mother. And I feel like I'm crying again. It's so beautiful. Oh my God, this energy, you guys. If you're here with me, it's so beautiful. Like, thank you for being here. Thank you for being a part of this. Thank you for bringing this energy to me. It's so nice to align with this. So in the first quarter moon, basically, this is where it starts, this is where things are developing to shape its real form. I feel like you're very intuitive, so the intuition tends to get stronger by the day with first quarter moon taking place. So I feel like what these people think of you is that you're very intuitive, you're getting stronger by the day. They're witnessing your growth by the day, how you're developing yourself, and it's such a pleasure to be a part of this journey with you here. These people just really love you. They just love being a part of your journey. They really respect you, and they feel so much love for you, you guys. So I feel like I'm just crying a little bit here. So yeah, they really trust you. They place trust in you, and yeah, like I feel like they just love to grow with you. They love to hear your thoughts. They love to hear your insights. These people just, they're so happy that you are in their life, because it feels like you really helped enrich their lives to such a great extent here. All right. So, okay, with that being said, let's now look at the last card. We have the 10th house. This is the realm of status. So this is more about the Capricornian energy, ruled by Saturn. So I feel like with the 10th house, this is representing our career and social status. So I feel like their family sees as someone who has a very good social standing, someone who might really be doing what it is that they enjoy. So you might be having your dream job or something that you really, really like doing. You have very unique abilities that are like advancing you in life at the moment based on these people. They see you as someone who is really thriving in the workplace right now, or thriving in whatever career-oriented situation, work-oriented situation you currently are in. These people see you as someone who is sort of following or going through their destiny right now. So you're really learning to do what it is that you want to do. I feel like with the 10th house being here, this is also talking about children again. So I feel like these people might really want to have grandchildren. So, this is the only group that has came through, but I'm getting like a strong energy for this, especially with the Empress being here. There is a strong energy of fertility. So yeah, these people want you to get pregnant, want you to have children, and they want to have grandchildren. So, there's this pressure of, get on with it. Like, we love you, we appreciate you, take your time, but we also really want grandchildren, and we really want to share this life with you. Oh my God, it's so fulfilling, you guys. This is so beautiful. Okay, so yeah, you have a good social standing, good social role. Wow, I don't believe, like, none of the groups have made me cry, but this is so beautiful. I'm like so overwhelmed by this love. That, yeah, I feel like crying. I'm also yeah, just emotional because of my cycle right now, but this is just so incredibly beautiful. So thank you so much for sharing. I'm going to leave it at that. Let me know in the comment section what you thought, what this meant for you, how it was, how it resonated. I would be so happy to hear your thoughts. Beautiful group number 3, or those of you that picked group number 3, don't forget to like, subscribe to this channel for more videos. As always, if you're interested in a personal tarot reading with me, all the information can be found in the description box below this video. And if you want to check out more exclusive content that I offer, there is the Patreon link, and you can check that out if you want to. We have a lot of exclusive collective readings over there that are weekly, also free monthly readings, and some mature readings sprinkled here and there. All right, so thank you so much for sharing this energy. I'm immensely grateful to, have aligned with this. This is such a beautiful reading to end this video on. So thank you so much for sharing your energy. Thank you for being here. Thank you for being such a bright light in the universe, and for illuminating other people's way. So sending you so much love, so much light. Looking forward to connecting with you, beautiful soul, again in another video. Bye. Mwah.